And we're live. Hello? Anyone there? Currently 0 viewers. Cool. Well, this is awkward. Anyone? Ah, good. We've got people here. Awesome. Right, so this is the first video live stream I'm doing on this new software, so if you could please just let me know if the sound is okay. That would be fantastic. Please let me know. Live moment. Yeah, live moment. It's pretty quiet. Just turn up your volume. Levels are good. Okay, fantastic. All right. So today I'm doing a live stream just because I can. We're going to be looking at some Kickstarter crap, if you're familiar with that series. Classic YouTube content. And, well, some of it's crap. Not all of it, you know. But Kickstarter tends to be a thing where people will invent problems and then fix them, and then be surprised that no one cares. The chat is probably pretty big. Back before iLabs became a loser. Yeah, very sad. So I suppose before we do the Kickstarter thing, I should interact with the people in the chat. So hi. Just seeing if... Have you planned on bringing back the audio audit series? That's for the bigger one. That's for when I'm bringing back the name Audio Audit. That'll probably be like November, because I haven't used that name in a while, because I save it for the special occasions. Oh, Glenn, Tales of a Kiss Geek. Glenn, the owner of the Pube Paul, is in the chat. Hi, Glenn. Now, conspiracy theory board in the back. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's going to be a very cinematic video. The audio audits, I feel like the production has to be very high for them to be worthy of the title, because it's built up this big thing. The title needs to have some merit, have a little bit more. I also said in the Q&A video that I did a while ago, there will be the Stevie T follow-up video that I just don't want to make, but like, it's too easy. Like, it's all there, so I'm just gonna compile it, put it together, and that'll be hopefully my last one ever. Let's take another look here. Content about lefty guitars. I can't play lefty guitars. It would be very bad content. I cannot play lefty. Just bought a Gibson because the name brand makes me play guitar better. Next Restring Sunday, i.e. tomorrow, is going to be with a Gibson. I will show you. It's not mine though. First Restring Sunday, I will just flash it. I'm borrowing it because it's cool. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you're probably like most people who don't know of this guitar's existence. It's a bit of a weird one. It's a gold top custom shop 336. It actually plays very nice, but I'm going to be giving this back to its owner probably tomorrow. So say hello and say goodbye, and the full video on this guitar and whose signature guitar it is will be out tomorrow. Your long form videos are your favorite. Yeah, long form videos take months to do, so that's the beginning of one for November, which is half done now. There's going to be a Stevie T follow-up. Let's see. Oh, we got a super chat there. $5 from IFID. Thank you very much. Building a guitar right now with a lipstick pickup in the neck and Matt Pike's signature in the bridge. It's an old husk of a Lotus Les Paul copy from the 80s. No,
I don't eat donuts. Don't eat donuts?
Building a guitar in with a lipstick pickup in the neck and a Matt Pike signature in bridge. It's an old husk of a Lotus Les Paul copy from the 80s.
Yeah, Les Paul copies are cool. There's the Ibanez Les Paul copy. I haven't actually played a lipstick pickup. That's a bit of an unusual one. You see them in mainly old Dan Electros, but they are cool. Chapman signature. Hi Ryan from Donegal. Oh yeah, you like the high tech. We got I don't eat donuts for any donations, and the little donut spinning. Very proud of that. But thank you for the donation there. Do you have any Solar guitars? No, I did a review of one, but it was out on loan, so it was sent back after the review. So you can watch that video there. Yeah, number one Chapman fan club channel. I offered him an interview. I haven't heard back. I don't think it would happen, but the opportunity is there. Now, thank you for all the engagement. Let's get into the topic of the video, I think. Yeah? So, Kickstarter. No, so I'm probably going to clip this and make this its own YouTube video. So, hello and welcome to the channel. Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Kickstarter. And Kickstarter is a place where many inventions are funded, solutions to problems that people have with everything, not just guitar gear. But the main problem is that sometimes people, they invent their own problems and then fix them with projects in Kickstarter, and it ends up being a bit stupid. So we're going to be looking at some of that today.
No, I don't eat donuts. Don't eat donuts?
I just want another donut.
Oh, there's your donut. 10-second long donut spin. Thank you, the other John Brown, for the €2. He's a member, channel member too. Thank you very much, John, for that. I hope you enjoyed your donut. So I'm actually going to make chat a little bit smaller for this one because you're kind of big on the screen. There we go. Now, so let's start off with the guitar drum. This is a Kickstarter from a few years ago. A drum for your guitar that produces the same sounds as popular drum box called Occasion. So we got this particular project raised $2,355. Out of the goal of $1,000, let's see what problem they fixed, what product they brought out. Percussive acoustic, that's cool.
Hi guys, my name is Lenny.
Hi, Lenny.
And I've been playing guitar for about 10 years, and one day I was actually writing a song and I wanted to kind of have this drum sound in it, similar to that box drum called a cajon. I'm sure some of you guys have played it before. And so I started looking on the internet, seeing if I could find anything, but I couldn't quite find anything that I was satisfied with, and there was no product out there that could meet my need. And so I started drawing up some pretty ghetto looking designs, and these are some of the old designs that, you know, I kind of made. You know, they're pretty ugly and terrible looking, but now I feel like we got something beautiful to show you guys.
I'm gonna stop it there. Lenny's just made a piece of wood with some double-sided stick tape.
And so some of the features of this drum that you guys saw earlier in the video, you know, it's got a good bass sound out of it, and then it's also got a snare sound. And it's...
Lenny, no! Acoustic guitars. They are... It's a big box. It already does the... Lenny, no! Still impressive though. That got like what, $2,300 for a bit of wood. So you know what? I respect it, Lenny. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. It was a successful Kickstarter, though can't say I'd be a huge buyer of it. So all right, this one is you've probably seen this one before. This is the Fart Pedal, a Kickstarter. This one was actually a Kickstarter success, and I can't figure out why, genuinely. Not bad for the Fortnite backpack kit. Okay, that's a good joke. All right, the Fart Pedal. Now this is a pedal that I would refer to as YouTube content pedal, because I know what makes a good YouTube video, and I know what people click on, but a fart pedal. It's in the thumbnail of this video. You clicked on it, so yeah, because farts are funny. Stevie T level humor. Let's see what.
No, I don't eat donuts. Don't eat donuts.
Vilutom donated $5.08. That guitar drum is going to be in a Samurai Guitarist Worst Gadgets video.
Thank you, Villatom, for the $5 donation. Yeah, probably. Like, well, it's not the worst. Again, like, I've done... Hang on, main camera. New to streaming. I've done the percussive acoustic thing. It's better if you... It's probably going to blow the mic away. It's just about rhythm, and you can... It's a big hollow box. Big hollow box. It can be a drum if you want it to be a drum. You don't need a piece of sticky tape and wood on top of it to get it to resonate. It's a hollow box. But yeah, let's go into the fart pedal. This is a massive success. $90,000 on this Kickstarter. It must be good.
Hey, my name is Steve Gadlin, and I am a serial silly projects guy. Well, maybe you recognize me from I Want to Draw a Cat for You, or Talking Funny, or Oddbox, or Don't Spit the Water.
I just realized that I played that without showing you. Good for me. I'll just refresh it. Right. The fart pedal, $90,000 raised for this one. Let's see the video.
Hey, my name is Steve Gadlin, and
Hi,
I
Steve.
am a serial silly projects guy. Well, maybe you recognize me from I Want to Draw a Cat for You, or Talking Funny, or Oddbox, or Don't Spit the Water, or 2 Film T-shirts, or even that time I tried to sell 1,000 raccoon penis bones.
Steve, I don't recognize you from that, but thanks for letting me know.
Sometimes you Google something and you realize it doesn't exist, so you pull up your bootstraps and you invent the damn thing yourself. I am proud to introduce to you the fart pedal. The fart pedal is a guitar effects pedal that turns your guitar noises into fart noises. A few months ago, after an exhaustive Google search, probably at 2 or 3 in the morning, I realized no such thing existed.
It does seem like a
So I approached an engineer friend of
sleep-deprived
mine,
search,
John
yeah.
Halverson, and asked, is it possible? Well, like any good engineer, he told me, Steve, of course it's possible, but who the heck's going to want a guitar pedal that turns your guitar noises into fart noises? Well, I sure as heck would, but I knew the fart pedal couldn't just be packed with your run-of-the-mill Spencer gift store fart machine fart sound effects. So I approached Noise Floor, an award-winning audio design company based out of Chicago. And with
Award-winning
them,
farts, boys.
crafted
It's a good product.
bespoke fart sound effects that no one has ever heard before. They are custom tailored for your guitar's amplifier and tuned for live performance or studio recording. They run the gamut. We've got the whole range from very dry to very, very wet. And for a pedal as epic as the fart pedal, I didn't want to just put it in a box. The packaging is actually half the fun here. So I figured out a way to put every fart pedal inside a 28-ounce aluminum can. And there's a great original illustrated label on it done by Noah Jennings. It's just freaking beautiful. The fart pedal is going to look beautiful up on a shelf, so you can put it next to your other guitar.
The Keeley modded fart pedal will be the shart pedal. That's yeah. I'm surprised JHS hasn't done a mod on the fart pedal.
Fart pedals, or even your other fart-related memorabilia. It's going to look cool. And in every can, we're also going to put a signed and numbered certificate of authenticity, so you know.
All right, I'm done, Steve. You raised 90 grand for the fart pedal. Let's hear it in action. So you get it in a tub. All right, let's see. As you remember, I said it was YouTube content. This is I can't remember what her channel name is, but she's the harp player who does all the pedal demos. So let's see.
So I got a surprise for you. I had some... You can look down at the pedal.
Okay. Okay, it doesn't give me anything.
Yeah.
There's no clues on this.
Yeah. All right.
Wow. All
Well,
right.
You're not gonna... All right, so play your clean tone real quick.
Andy's reverb clean tone.
Great. Can I go?
You're good.
Oh, I shouldn't have laughed at that because that was I just laughed at the oldest joke ever. Fart noise funny. I feel like I'm Stevie T. Oh god. But yeah, YouTube content. How many views did that get? I wonder.
Thanks a lot for watching our...
Nope. 340,000. So yeah, absolutely. It's a YouTube pedal, but I can't imagine why anyone, normal people, would buy this. Let's hear guitar with it. It's just a that I forgot to switch back the thing so you could see, didn't I? I'm an idiot. It's just a sample box. So like you could hear that he's playing chords and it's just that's all it's doing. Did Ola do a demo? Probably. His whole thing is fart jokes, isn't it? I will switch back to main camera and I will remember to switch back to screen. Let's see. Fart pedal. Now, yes, the first 500,000 views. I told you, it's content pedal. Why do normal people buy them though? Content pedal. I made my own fart pedal with the Rev. Yeah. genuinely surprised that it's a successful Kickstarter campaign. I don't know why normal people bought them. Fart noise is funny. That's the joke. 90 grand though. 90 grand for a fart noise. What the hell? All right, let's lean into another Kickstarter project here. This is the Amonito, I think is how you say it. It's this is a Guitar World article. I have the Kickstarter thing. Let's see what they have to say on this.
Meet Harry.
Hi, Harry.
His bandmates say he has the best tone, but no one wants to help him when he's trying to get his gear into a van, even though he can sound like a rock star in no time.
Just a quick note. Does anyone remember the original Snake Oil Fine Instruments voice? Drop a Snake Oil in the chat if you remember those good times with that particular voice. But that's kind of what they're using here.
His wife is slowly getting tired of hearing the same old riffs over and over again. And now, this is Jack. He prefers gear that doesn't break his back, but he's secretly still trying to sound as good as Harry. He's playing with a lot of different bands, but he spends most of the practice sessions tweaking the settings and in the end, sounding even less like Harry.
I forgot it. I forgot to change the screen back. Classic voice, yes. The this whole argument revolves around the idea that Kempers don't exist, because I've tried a Kemper, and A/B'd it with a valve amp in a studio setting as well. It was when we were recording Walker's first EP. We were in the studio, and he had just got a Kemper and was messing around with it, and we recorded the riff with EVH 5150 Mark II, 3, something like that. Small white head, whatever that amp is, and into a Mesa Boogie cab, I think, maybe, or maybe a Marshall 412, something, whatever it was, the combination, mic combination, everything. He then ran that through the Kemper, profiled it in front of me, and then A/B'd a blind test between the two. I couldn't tell the difference at all. So yeah, Kemper, good at profiling the sound, and I haven't tried out the Neural DSP stuff, but I'm assuming the profile or the capture would be somewhat similar. So this argument about small and portable but not being able to get tube sound doesn't really exactly.
Jack and Harry both think their own choice of gear is superior to the other, and have been fighting about it ever since we started recording this video.
Fortunately, we have a solution for both of them.
With our knowledge and experience of building tube amps like this, we combined a great sounding tube circuit with a powerful Shark DSP for versatility and developed custom touchscreen displays to make it extremely simple to use.
With the built-in amplifier and speaker, you might think it's gonna be big and heavy. But guess what? It's actually the lightest all-in-one guitar amplifier ever made.
To make all this possible, we really had to think outside the box.
Introducing
He's back.
a
The
product
voice is
that
back.
redefines what guitar amplifiers are and how we use them. Its core sound comes from a unique, adaptable high-voltage analog tube circuit that is working in tandem with a powerful Shark DSP for ultimate versatility
it's
and
competing
awesome
with
effects. This complex system is invisibly running behind a beautiful touchscreen display that.
Okay, so we've watched some of that video. Wow, it's quite the shape. So it's certainly competing with well, it's trying to compete with the Axe FXs and the Quad Cortexes of the world, but it's got the preamp valves idea in it. This is what it feels like to chew 5 gum. Yes. So I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of the shape. let's go back to the video. Here he is.
Specifically designed to make it extremely simple to use. Outstanding reliability is ensured by quality components that include optical foot switches and an optical encoder. To deliver incredible sound even at stage volume, but remain compact and light, a powerful neodymium speaker is integrated into a ported carbon fiber or aluminum cabinet and is further enhanced by our processing, giving you full-sounding cabinet sounds that match each amp type. Meet Amonito, the lightest all-in-one guitar system that combines sound quality and ease of use with versatility and portability, and takes guitar amplifiers to a whole new level.
Oh yeah. I love that voice. Right, so bit of a weird shape. Now this there were 18 backers. They raised $2,000. They wanted $101,000, and they cancelled the Kickstarter project. They did it in 2021, or at the end of 2021, so only a few months ago, actually. Well, only a few months ago, like 9 months ago, but maybe. Right, so the thing is, it's kind of cool in the sense that you've got a monitor, and you can monitor your guitar tone. You don't have to get the sound guy to monitor it for you. But that's it's such a weird shape. that's the only thing I can just immediately. You do have to get over the shape being quite weird. It's a shell, like this little logo here. This little logo here makes it clear that it's kind of, that's what they're going for. But you do have to get over that, and guitar players are quite a picky bunch, myself included. I like just a rectangle, just a nice black rectangle. That's all I need. That's all I require. It's is the Thomas Blue amp, is that valve based, preamp based? Maybe something similar, maybe here, except not a shell shape. It's as loud as your drummer, 5 times lighter than typical guitar amp, real tubes inside, set up in seconds. One other thing that I'm immediately questioning is that guitar players like to incorporate pedals. So if you've got something like a HX Stomp or a DSP Quad Cortex or Boss GT1000, GT1000 Core, any of those which have amp modelers or, you know, amp simulators, something to do with an amp, you can put pedals beside them because they're all square boxes. This thing, really not the square box. Very much not a square box. Do you know what? We do need to hear it though. So
it's revolutionary, man. I love it. It's like a... I think this is brilliant. I think people might... At first they go, oh, a bit to begin with, but once they realise how easy it is to use and what the concept is, it's basically like an amp in a monitor. That's how I see it. I see it like an amp in a monitor that I... Sounds lovely, man. I'd gig it. I'd go out with that, yeah. 100%. That sounds lovely.
He looked down when he said 100%. I don't know. Is
Jazz, blues, rock, anything metal.
It doesn't sound bad.
What was the saying?
Anyway, it's an unusual one. That's for sure. And there was another thing that I like. Look how weird it looks. Look how weird it looks. Oh, yeah. So that's the size of it compared to a pedal. So that's not going to fit on a pedal board. This big thing. It's kind of a standalone product. Oh, and we haven't even got to the price. See, it's lightweight is the carbon fiber one. There's also the aluminium or aluminum chassis. That one's the cheaper one, and it comes in mono. Stereo is the carbon fiber one. So the prices to get... Okay, to get the white aluminium one, you're talking... And it's to get a 15% discount on it, you're getting €1,888. So not cheap. But the one with the features that we are hearing in the real voice were well, that one's a little bit more expensive. With the 15% off retail price, it comes in at €3,399. Probably a bit too much, bit too expensive for most people to really go all out on something that looks like that. But you know what? At least it's interesting. That's I can be positive there. But yeah, it's quite expensive. Quite expensive. I can't say I would spend the $4,000 or best part of $4,000 on it. Doesn't look like chat would either. You can keep a yeah, but you can keep your slimy pet inside this one. Oh yeah, chat's not a fan. It's basically a spider valve in a compact combo pedal. I want to see a review one. I don't know if they'd send one out. They probably wouldn't be huge fans of me just laughing at it. It looks unusual, right? I'm gonna put my hands up and say that it looks unusual, and it's a bit expensive. It's a bit. All right, so let's. This is one that I looked at earlier and actually thought it had potential to be a cool Kickstarter project. But oh, how heavy is it? It's Gary in guitar form. How heavy was it? I don't know. I've closed the page. Devastating. It's like 5 point something pounds in the carbon fiber one. So this is, if you just type in guitar on Kickstarter, this is actually an active page. I will switch screen. I will remember to switch screen. There it is. So this is an active page. This is the Audiocase all-in-one portable sound system. And
no, I don't eat donuts. You don't eat donuts?
You don't eat donuts?
Thanks, mate, of a great content. Greetings from Finland.
Thank you very much for the donation, permablackfix.com. Thank you for the €5. Greetings to you in Finland. Glad you liked the videos. Right, so this is the Audiocase, the all-in-one portable sound system, and it's doing pretty well. They originally wanted to raise $10,000 to fund this project, and they've raised $160,000. That's quite a bit. So let's check out the video. It's probably copyright music, so I'm just gonna talk. Yeah, it's copyright music. Or probably not. It's your amplifier. It's your karaoke machine. It's rugged. It's durable. I'm gonna do the... Hang on. I'm gonna start this again, and I'm gonna do the Snake Oil Fine Instruments voice. This is Audiocase. No, I can't do it. Your hi-fi speaker. Your PA speaker. It's your amplifier. It's your karaoke machine. It's rugged. It's durable. It's light. It's double XLR. No, that's too many to read out. Bluetooth, 125 dB max output. That's quite loud. 100 watt swappable, 100 watt hour. Sorry, swappable battery, and it's reverb control. 3-channel mixing. Probably on a phone. 2 more things. Take it wherever you like. Play as loud as you like. Yeah, okay. There's 2 versions of it. Let's take a look at the actual specs. So this guy here does a demo of it. The immediately first thing that I think of is the modeling amp guys, the guys who are using hang on, my arm goes that way, Helix or Quad Cortex or Axe Effects or any of that stuff, or any of the small stuff, they generally use for a little bit of monitoring, or even as their speaker on stage, they'll use a full range flat response speaker, which F4, you'll see it, and I always immediately read for real. So, just reading chat. People are still talking about the fart pedal. Anyway, let's. I want to hear guitar through this, because I think he's. No, don't give me copyright music. Shush.
The point here, you know, it's a Bluetooth speaker.
It's small.
Nice. Switches, I guess.
Is for connecting more speakers together, so you can use them in a stereo setup. So you have a left-right stereo, but you can also daisy chain multiple speakers together.
If you have more than one audio case, you can.
Exactly.
Okay, like that.
But of course, the big one is more powerful.
Let's go for
Bring in the big one.
Yeah.
Holy macaroni!
It's a 212 combo, really. Or no, it's a 210 combo. So not big enough to be a 212. Get to playing guitar, please. Thank you. Just play. It's pretty flat.
I could think of a million possibilities with so many drums.
All right, I think that's cool. I think you know, if that's it's a flat response, so you need something. You need a. Oh, I forgot to change the cameras. I need to do a keybind to change the cameras. Hashtag new streamer. I'm boomering it. I will show you again. Where is it? This guy. He's gonna play copyrighted music. Here he is.
Rubber feet underneath it,
yeah.
Backs, and then never run out of paddle. And there's also a USB port
Removable
for
battery,
charging your
kinda
mobile
cool.
phone or
One.
Yeah.
Lightweight.
Holy
big
macaroni! That's a different size.
Yeah.
2x10 speaker.
A lot bigger.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Excuse my language.
Nice
it's
bleep.
Built exactly the same, I guess, huh? It has two handles actually. It's not heavy, but it's. I could think of a million possibilities with so many.
Then he records a little something. Okay. I've shown you the video now. Is this a podcast? Yeah, damn near. Why are there so many boomers in chat? I'm sorry. I'm new. I don't know how to work this software. It's a rectangle, of course. Yeah, it's a black rectangle. Look. Black rectangle. Guitar players love black rectangles. You can't beat them. They're just... Does that look like a shell? No. It's a black rectangle, and that's what we like. Only exception is like orange cabs. They're kind of cool. But a removable battery, kind of a cool product. I'm going to give it to them. I can understand. This is maybe a significant upgrade on some of the prior Kickstarters we have memed on today. And it makes sense that they were only asking for 10 grand and they've got 160,000 raised so far. So, how much is it? For the smaller one, which is... What are the specs? Don't know. Should have covered this. I'm failing. Yeah, okay. So, here's your specs. It's a the small one is a 2x5-inch speaker setup with tweeter, and the big one is a 2x10 setup with 1x1 tweeters. So 2 times 72 class D wattage on the small one is, what is that? What's 75 times 2? 150 watts of solid state. You could gig with that. Probably not big enough, but you could probably mic it up anyway. 114 dB maxed out. It would be interesting. They say that the battery is like 30 watt hours. It would be interesting to see how long it would last at cranked volume. But yes, it's light. You've got the 7.9 kilograms. It's not bad. And the retail price is $599 for that. $799 for that. It's, you know, it's not. When you look at full range flat response speakers, some are cheaper, a lot are more expensive, and this one's Bluetooth and it's got those added extras. So I'm willing to give this one a thumbs up on that. It features the never-ending battery. Yes. Fellas, we should be practicing. Yeah, 170 people have a guitar on their lap, or 170, 147 have a guitar on their lap right now. It's just you that isn't practicing. Shame on you. It's great for busking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm not pitching, by the way. I'm just looking at random stuff on Kickstarter. For example, are you ready for this? I've remembered to screen share. Now this one is something else. The Zero guitar in brackets cancelled, and you will never believe why. It's these balloon-looking guitars managed to raise $64 out of the total goal of $23,000. So let's watch the video and see what the story with the Zero guitar is.
My name is Neil Gibson. I am the designer and the inventor of the Zero 3D printed composite guitar. And this is one of the things I could throw all my passions into the pot into one thing. So you've got your design, you've got your 3D, you've got your technical side of things, and most of all music. So it's time, really, to make good-looking guitars. Trees are cut down in planks, shipped off, and manufactured out of planks. It's so much wastage, it's unreal. And also you've got the environment side of things. It's basically additive production. So the guitar file, the 3D print CAD, goes to the machine. Machine reads the file, and where the lasers meet, the X, Y and Z axis, where the lasers fuse all the powder, will additive produce the guitar body. Yes, so it's a really, really beautiful guitar. The second phase is where you can choose what parts do you want in the guitars. Because
okay, so yeah, he just talks for a little bit about it. Okay, this was a project that came out when 2019, and it's it didn't take off for a couple of reasons. You might be able to see them. For one, the guitars aren't real. That would be the first kind of inkling that maybe a reason. It seemed that he had a prototype there, but only shows it like briefly in the video, which is a warning thing. Like, we're just getting these 3D renders of these balloon guitars, which isn't great. Let's look what they were looking for. So, pledge £620 or more. Guitar body. You'll receive an original design guitar body with a unique serial number. Use this body as the base case for your next self-built guitar. Okay, 850. You get a guitar and the parts to go into. No, correction. You get a body and the parts to go in, and then for £2,300, quite the price jump there from $850. is the full guitar ready to go. And I spent a little while looking at this, and I realized something. When he talks about guitars, it's just the body. So you're getting a 3D printed body for £620, which seems a bit pricey, just a bit. An optional dual output, crazy for those curves. It's a very, very harsh angle there. But the main push of this thing was it's eco-friendly, and there's kind of weird pitches here. So let's see. The beauty of a well-crafted guitar is timeless. The Zero is perfectly balanced, ergonomic, and original design. The flowing lines wrap around the contours to create a design that is not achievable by using standard materials like wood. Warwick basses come to mind. Warwick, they've got a big curve on the back of them. Yeah, reusability and recyclability. This is their big selling point. This is why you're paying like £620 for a body. Zero is built with recyclable I'll try and read. The Zero is built with a recyclable thermo nylon PA12 material. The construction process, unlike wood, means any unused material goes into the next build, resulting in zero waste. We use additional technology and we use additive technology and did not subtract material from unsustainable resources like wood. That's not a factual sentence. Unsustainable resources like wood. Wood is... Hang on. Before I embarrass myself and say that it sustainable materials. Okay, Google has been my assistance here. Look at this. What are examples of sustainable materials? Examples of sustainable materials are bamboo, wood. Second one on the list there. So yeah, wood is absolutely a sustainable material because you can plant more. Sustainable distribution. At the forefront of our ethos is sustainability. We cut out the middleman in standard guitar production. Zero logging, zero exotic woods, zero shipping of unsustainable materials, zero impact on our rainforests. I don't think guitars are the main... Like, they have an impact, sure, especially with, like, ebony. If you watched that video from Taylor Guitars about ebony. They do have an impact with wood. But you're still using a wooden neck and a wooden body. No, sorry, a wooden neck and a wooden fretboard for your necks. So, but unsustainable things. Guitars are not really affecting the rainforest anywhere near as much as, clearing land for farming, for example. That's not using the trees for wood at all. They're just cut down and burnt, got rid of, clearing space. So yeah, guitars are not a big thing. What's chat's thoughts on these guitars, I wonder? As if plastic is environmentally yeah, well, that's another thing. Plastic is not like, yes, Aristides already exists. It is a at least they're doing a guitar where it's the entirety of the guitar and not just the body. But anyway, that's a Kickstarter that totally failed. What did they raise? $64. So that's something. That is something. They had a couple of articles written about them. The 3D printed Zero guitar is designed for sustainability. Is it though? Is it guitar.com? Think they're just saying it. I'll be honest. I forgot to switch the camera again. Oh my god, Boomer in the chat. But yeah, Those are your bubble guitars. I think I put one in the thumbnail for this video. Let's see. Is it vegan friendly? Maybe maybe they mean as in tone wood. Wood has no sustain, not sustainable. Oh no, don't get into this. Don't get into the tone wood debates, please. No tone wood. I only do tone plastic. Which is funny because I'm going to say this. Picks have a big thing on sound. I've said that before. It's true. So different plastics, different materials do affect. Tone plastic. Speaking of picks, have you entered into the pick competition that I'm running? Hashtag KDH Huff Pick is the hashtag. Video of you playing. That's literally all you have to do is play something, and then I'll do a live stream looking at all the entries. So make sure to enter into that competition. If you're a guitar player, or hey, you can play bass if you want. I don't care. So, and then I'll react to them all on stream. Ugly and pointless pure grift. I don't know. Is it ugly? It kind of looks. Do you know? It looks like the melted Strat. What's the melted Strat? There it is. It kind of reminds me of that. Look at it. No? Am I the only one who thinks that that curve is somewhat similar to this? I'd actually prefer that. It looks like the melted Joe Satriani type thing. Anyway, let's take a look at some more guitar stuff on Kickstarter. I've run out of pre-prepared stuff, so we shall see. A lot of the times when you just type in guitar on Kickstarter, you'll find most people are just doing album stuff, but sometimes you see some carbon fiber travel guitar. Probably would be cool. We're looking for the weird stuff though. I saw something weird previously. Antibacterial titanium guitar picks. What makes it antibacterial? I wonder. Well, we might check on that. I just have to check that I'm actually sharing the screen. I've done too many times not sharing the screen at this point. No. I don't want to fund your album. I'm sure you're great though. Oh, that's actually cool. The Roadie tuner thing. I was considering doing a video about it because it's actually kind of clever. Let's take a look. I've only seen it post Kickstarter. Actually, I haven't seen it on Kickstarter. Yeah, they've improved their advertising since, because this is a really boring ad. It's a robotic tuner that you don't have to. In fact, they have a couple. You don't have to link it to your phone anymore. I don't think. It's just programmable. But yeah, it's a robotic tuner, and it's not one like Gibson did. So everybody liked it. Yay! No. I'm just gonna look at chat. Have you ever seen the fold-up travel guitar? Oh yeah, that's the one that, oh, what's his name? Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank invested in, where the neck goes. Kind of a cool idea. Hang on, I'll show you the video, because it's funny, because right, reality TV, unfortunately I have some some history in reality TV. But I will see. I know how much they edit things, and most people don't notice, like the general public don't notice the really drastic editing. But this one's funny. This is an edit that I will move my camera. Hang on. There we are.
You bring that over here. I want to do it. I want to see if it stays in tune or I have to retune the whole thing every time I do that.
Would you like?
Because to me, that would be a big hassle.
So grab the neck.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tell me if I'm doing
take the
anything
body.
wrong.
Take the body. Put it under your armpit, as so.
Yeah.
Just push and twist.
Oh, I like that little snap thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It was in tune, so let's see if it's in tune right now. Because I bet it's not going to be in tune.
Sounds the same.
Instant cut away from a really out of tune chord. Hang on. Let's just go back to that edit. My favorite edit.
Because I bet it's not going to be in tune.
Sounds the same.
Okay. I will admit this thing stayed in tune. I buy it.
Did it though? Like I think he invested in that company, so like even if it was slightly out, just slightly, to be fair, like for the whole neck to be off and then back on, slightly out's okay. It's acceptable, but it's just kind of funny that there was an edit there between strumming a chord, going tune it up a little bit, and then do some blues noodling in tune. That was kind of. It did not stay in tune. No, but it was just a little bit. Just a little bit. Gee, I wonder. Because speaking of Kevin O'Leary, he did a video about investing in guitars, and it would be interesting to take a look at this, because I don't think I don't think it's fully true. It's partially true. It's because if you don't know who Kevin O'Leary is, he's like the businessman, the investor in Shark Tank or Dragon's Den if you're from my area. But he has some shares in Fender. He plays guitar as kind of a hobby, and he's done some videos on his YouTube channel about investing in guitars, and it's a little bit. I don't know if it's exactly speak. I don't know if it's exactly accurate what he's saying. So let's take a look. Dragon's Den sounds so more badass. It kind of does. It's not though. It's just people sitting there with. Actually, no. When you think about it, yeah, people sitting there with stacks of cash. Just, I'll buy your business. Yeah, it maybe is a little bit badass. I'm a dragon. So let's take a quick look at Kevin O'Leary's video.
It's a destination.
You're not a typical guitar retail store. There's nothing like this I've ever seen. What is this thing in this case?
That's also.
Oh, I just read a comment. Oh, Kevin O'Leary is basically old music is wind. Oh, that's so good. It's so true. Okay, I'm done. Oh, all right. Back to regular programming.
One is $20,000. Yeah.
No, Kevin. No, we're not going to copyright music.
This place out.
And you know he
Come on
planned
down. Alex works at the back, so you got to walk through the cars and the guitars to get to where he works out. Here we go. I mean, Fenders all over the place. These are new guitars. They also have some vintage stuff. Also have a lot of great acoustics. Amazing, amazing, amazing Martin guitars. In fact, I bought a Martin here. You have to play every single one if you're going to think about buying one. But that's the whole idea. If you have enough of them, you can get the different kind of feel, because each one's unique. This is vintage. Who knows what country star played that 100 years ago? That's my kind of idea. You know, display.
Kevin's doing a guitar shopping in Ireland, but yeah, I have to get back to doing that series as well. Several series that I have to keep up on. Restring Sunday has become a real chore because I actually have to do a video, guarantee that video every week, plus have another video up in the week. So I'm at essentially 2 videos a week. But anyway, copyright music is the bane of streamers. I haven't been claimed yet, so we're okay. As long as you just kind of talk loudly over it, you're all right. So
like art.
Let's.
Pretty rare guitar, and I wanted it to be elsewhere.
All right.
And 2 reasons for me to be here. Number 1 is I'm picking up a 1967 Telecaster with a Bigsby tremolo bar on it, which is very rare, and I asked him to do a setup on it, and he told me in texting me that there's some issues with the guitar. We're going to find out what those are right now. You'd expect that with a 67. On the other hand,
2 angles,
pretty
Kevin.
rare guitar.
Better production quality than I have.
Supreme. I want to put new 10s on it and have everything checked out. So let's start. Let's learn about what happened with the 67 Tele, what he's done to it. I'm going to play it, check it out also today, and just get the news from Alex about what's going on in guitars right now. Here we go. Alex, baby, how are you?
Hey, very good. How about yourself?
Good to see you.
The confidence, Kevin. I would never go up to a guitar tech and, hey, guitar tech, baby, how are you? It's kind of based.
So let's start with my Tele, my 67.
Yes.
You've had it for a couple of weeks, right?
Yes, it's all done.
What have you learned about this guitar?
Well, it plays very well. It looks like it's had frets.
Once at least, right?
Yeah.
But you would expect that from 67, wouldn't you?
What show is this? This is just Kevin O'Leary's YouTube channel. It's got decent production. Two camera angles in the guitar store. Like he must have at least 2 people. I think there may be even 3 camera angles. So he's actually putting in some work to it. But let's take another look.
And a player guitar, you know, it might have had frets done several times, but it looks really clean. Whoever did the work did a good job.
What's the story on the tremolo bar? Is that unique?
Yeah, they're not on every Tele, obviously. And it's very similar to the Bigsby. This one, though, is drilled a little off center. You can see the line doesn't.
So when the guy built the guitar, whoever the maker was back in probably 2 years before this, maybe.
Yeah, it could have been.
66. He screwed it. He might have had a hangover in the morning.
That's possible, but guitars weren't.
Do you know my favorite thing is I was actually talking to Glenn, the owner of the Hairy Les Paul, today. The Hairy Paul, in years and years and years, people will be talking about that hair. Oh yeah, this is a vintage hair, like what they're talking about with the misaligned trem.
As much back then, you know.
So he just screwed it in, said that's a little crooked, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look, there are ways to make it come out straight every time, and obviously they didn't do that.
Yeah. But that's part of the guitar's personality.
Yeah, it would, I guess, you know, it would be ideal if it was, you know, from a technical standpoint, if the string was straight.
Yeah.
But it still works, and it plays really good, and it's part of history now.
What made you become a guitar tech?
Sorry.
What draw you to
chat saying that this is awkward. It is. It's a really awkward conversation. So I will skip because I want to get to this point here. I think it's this point. Is it this point?
I like it. Cool. Did a great job. Did a great job on this. Vince, let's talk about the business here, because this is a little funky chicken. When I walked in for the first time, I saw vintage guitars, and I saw new guitars, and I saw cars.
You've got the strangest vocabulary. Go up to the tech, baby, how are you? Hey, this is a little funky chicken. It's endearing. I like that.
What's the vision for this business? What are you operating here?
Part of it is get you going, get you started with your first guitar, or if you're a collector, to get you the best instrument you can ever find, as well for cars.
So you have multiple brands. This is Epiphone, right?
This Epiphone's made
To
by
me,
Gibson.
this is an entry-level guitar as an investment.
Yes.
And it's not. I don't think these things appreciate in value that much over time, but at least you learn how to play.
Yes, this was going to get you started, basically.
Okay, but it's not. This is here so that you can be a guitar store.
Yes, but part of the concept is that we want people to play.
I'm sorry, I keep pausing the video so much, but chat is on fire today. There's funky chicken memes. There's he's down with the kids. Do you play PlayStation? oh, it's this is good. I like this. Yeah, I'll talk about Dean and Gibson in a minute. We'll just get on to we'll finish up the investing guitars with Kevin O'Leary first, or sorry, Tyler Larson O'Leary.
We want to help you achieve your dream. Right. Part of the dream, just
you can't afford a really heavy duty piece.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you come. Now this looks like Les Paul to me.
Yeah, Les Pauls, Gibsons overall. We have a little bit of everything. SGs, juniors, specials.
Now, are these all new guitars?
Most of them. Some of them are used. This actually looks vintage, but it's actually an aged guitar. Yeah. It's a newer guitar.
Right. That's a whole new thing now, right? Make it look
yeah.
old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But let me ask you about the cost of this as an investment. Do you have to buy these guitars, put up capital so that you own them, then they sit on this wall? Or is this on consignment?
Sometimes we do a little bit of both. Yeah, we buy guitars and sell, and we also are dealers for Gibsons, Fender, and other brands as well.
Because the big guys, like the giant retailers of guitars. I used to be I was an investor in Fender, so I sort of learned the ways of the world. It's always a balance between how much of your capital is tied up in this inventory, and how much they are fronting you guitars, depending on your volume of sell-through, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not a typical guitar retail store. There's nothing like this I've ever seen.
Definitely not.
I mean, so this model works, I take it, right?
Yeah.
Do you move a lot of guitars?
We do. New and used and vintage. Yeah, we ship nationwide as well.
Do my guitar shop videos feel as awkward as this one does? I hope not. It's just a little weird.
When you talk Gibson as an investment, where do you put it in the pecking order of things you're putting? We're talking to people that are thinking, all right, I'm going to buy a couple of guitars. It's a good investment. I want to play, but what would you put them into to say, look, this is going to appreciate over value over the next 10 years?
We're probably going to be looking at some custom shop guitars, which would be the ones up there
on the top.
Yeah.
Just out of everybody's reach.
Yeah. Hey, but everybody can play any guitar here. You come in.
So those are custom made Gibsons, Les Paul models.
I would disagree.
Yeah, there's a little more time. They range from 5,000 up.
So that's a serious chunk of change.
Yeah, yeah. There's a different process. Those are made. There's a lot more hands-on, more detail. You know what type of work that Alex does back there. So you have a person actually.
I disagree with what they're saying here. Like a custom shop Gibson Les Paul. It depends on what type it is, in my experience with guitars and with guitars is the ones that go up in value tend to be the ones that are signature guitars, because or associated, like there's I can't point there, that one, that's the Rhodes that went up in value because of its association with Lexi and Children of Bodom. There are, what other guitars have gone up in value? Probably the Mark Morton signature, which was last week's Restring Sunday, because he's now with Gibson, which I didn't know at the time when I did the video, so that one's on me, but I could have talked about that at that point. But the most expensive Gibson, like the custom shop Gibson, like what they were pointing out, were R8s and R9s, and I have never seen an R8 or R9 go for higher than what you buy them for. Second you buy that and walk out of the shop, it's depreciated. I'm talking about it. Let's just go on Reverb right now. Reverb, Gibson R8. Now new they are about, what, like $5 grand? Yeah, okay. What are we looking at? This is a 48% price drop on this. That's a 2003 Gibson R8. Now it is left-handed, so you know it's going to be harder to sell. But like even here, here's the Bigsby 3.9, 4,100, 3.9. Oh, that's the same one. I haven't even sorted these. If I sort them from low, yeah, that's a 98. So if someone bought that in 1998, it's a Gibson R8, a 1958. You know, if someone bought that in 1998 as an investment piece, it didn't go up. Here's a 2013 58, 4,100. These are custom shops. They did not go up in value. It's a difficult one when you're talking about guitars going up in value, you know, because people pretend like you can 100% tell you can't. Some will, and some won't. In my experience, if you really wanted them to be investment, you either have to do it as owned by a player, or you have to go signature, because the value is relating to the person, not the guitar itself. There's plenty of expensive guitars that don't play as well as cheaper ones. I think we've all kind of found that out eventually, but signature guitars go up. Especially the unusual signature guitars as well, like tomorrow's Restring Sunday. Make sure to be tuned in for that. Let's check chat here just before we return back. There's someone who keeps talking about an Irish accent. I don't know. This is my accent. You know? Accents 10 minutes that way sound different to the accents here to 10 minutes that way. It's a big enough place, you know? Well, actually it's not, but accents change, right? Let's take a look.
Takes a closer look at these guitars and make sure when they come out. And that's a brand new guitar, 5,000 to 7,000 sort of range.
Yeah.
And then if I held on to it for 10 years, it would be worth more than I paid for it.
It will maintain it, or it will be worth more, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it's worth, so that's sort of the entry-level price for an investment-grade guitar.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No,
but
no,
also
no,
there's a...
no, it's not. Absolutely not. No, zero. You bought an Epiphone Zakk Wylde Les Paul. What do they go for now on Reverb? I wonder. Even the Gibson one. Wonder what we'll get. We'll go low. Oh, and Reverb always put on a filter as well, so I don't get to see everything. Right. Like, okay, look at the Epiphone Mini Zakk Wylde. Someone's trying to get near €500 for it. What are you doing? Yeah, so 700. That's actually, I think they've dropped in price. Yeah, they have, like 31% price drop. So they're not really selling at the inflated prices as they were, but like everyone is charging more than what they would have paid for it. The Gibson custom shops Les Paul ones are $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, 10. These are all used because you can't buy them new anymore. So yeah, you don't have to spend $7,000 to make money on guitars. You just have to select the right guitar to purchase, and what they're talking about is not.
You can find really, appropriately priced vintage instruments that are going to appreciate in the future. So we have a little.
They're already appreciated, but they're going to go up more.
Yeah.
Okay. This looks like Fender to me.
You
Now
got
Fender's interesting because we have Telecasters, we have Stratocasters. These are rock and roll, iconic.
I forgot
brands,
to screen share.
Obviously. Yeah. but you have some pretty funky looking Fenders here. Is that again made to look old up here?
That's brand new. Actually came in last week.
You got some funky chickens.
kidding.
That's what they call a relic by Fender. It's a custom shop guitar as well.
That's a custom.
Mm-hmm. Custom shop. So again, they get a lot more time, you know.
So what would that cost, even though it's a brand new guitar made to look old?
That one's in the 4,000 area.
And I can buy just a standard Stratocaster for what?
They start in about $1,000.
Okay, and they're a brand new Strat.
Brand new Strat, yeah.
So that's not going to appreciate in value too much over time, right?
Not compared to the custom shop stuff.
So really what we're learning here is if you want to make an investment in a guitar, you're going to have to come in at somewhere between $5,000 and $7,000 to retain that value.
Maybe a little less, but yeah, that's around it, yeah.
Is this a joke over here?
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to agree to disagree, because you can buy some custom shop stuff and at very high prices. Like okay, I was actually talking to a vintage guitar collector who lives locally, and he's got an insane collection. I'm borrowing the guitar that I showed earlier, the Gibson ES336, or not ES, KS336, from him. And he's got some really cool stuff. He's got the I will show you a picture. I will show you a picture of the actual one, because I took a picture with it on my Instagram. And you should follow my Instagram. Let's screen share. Right. There. There's a 71 Les Paul Custom, and there is a 1962 Fender Strat. So, very cool collection. He's got a lot more. He's got the Fender, what's the bass 6, is it? The 6-string guitar / bass, like the original one of those. Some very cool stuff. So, he was talking about buying guitars as investment pieces, and it made a lot of sense. If you're buying vintage guitars, you can put in a certain amount of money and you can be pretty much guaranteed that if you need to sell the guitar, you can sell it for the same price that you paid, maybe even a little more if you held onto it for a few years and the going rate of that guitar goes up. It's a pretty safe bet. Buying standard custom shop guitars as investments, I can't say I would do that. Like, the first thing that comes to mind is the Fender Rory Gallagher Strat. If you've seen that, it's so look at this. Hang on, I'm going to move me if I can. Where am I? There. Right. There. That doesn't look like Rory Gallagher's Strat. It's completely different. It's like, the finish looks new. Like, okay, compare it to, that's the actual Rory Gallagher Strat right there. It looks absolutely battered. The finish here is torn apart, and then there's that. That's the custom shop version. This is Sweetwater. How much are Sweetwater charging for the $5,500? The second you buy that, let's zoom in on the paintwork. Oh, it's just the worst. Oh, it makes me sad to see that. It's just not good. And the second that you buy that is going down in value completely. There's no way that it's holding value at all. You can't resell that for a profit like what Kevin O'Leary is talking about here. Not a chance.
No. It's a very interesting bass. We actually have a guitar as well. Builder makes those, and they actually sound really, really good. They're interesting.
I bet you that's quite controversial.
Yeah, yeah.
No question. question
There's a few videos about it
Again,
online
this
already.
looks like it's been stressed, made to look old.
Yes. Yeah.
That is a classic Fender bass.
Yeah.
And
This one over here is actually a vintage one.
Oh, I'm seeing a comment in chat about that Roy Gallagher Strat saying that it's lighting. No, I've seen them in person as well. They it looks like you took a standard Strat, they put a template over it, just took a knife, cut around the template, and said done. That's it. It's you know, for five and a half grand, it's a little bit much. Just a little bit. Let's see. Because we started on Kickstarter guitars. I wonder, is there any more unusual stuff that we could look at? And if not, we'll just we'll change topics completely, like we tend to do on this stream. We jump around quite a bit. So let's screen share again, and I will forget to share back. There was one specific one that I saw earlier, and I should have bookmarked it, and it was really, really weird. The annoying thing with Kickstarter is you can search up today and it'll be something, and you can search up tomorrow and it'll show you Kickstarters from 3 years ago that have been funded or cancelled or whatever. It's very annoying like that. I don't think I'm gonna find it. It was a really, really weird idea, though. It was very. They replaced your entire fretboard with an aluminium thing and then filled up the scallops with wood. It was an unusual, and not very practical, I don't think, idea. Trying to fix a problem that didn't exist again, like most Kickstarters. Some are good, some are bad. But yeah, I'm not going to find it. It's a shame. But do we have any... Oh, someone wanted to talk about Dean and Gibson. Why not? Let's talk about that. Dean have lost the V and the Z, which is their Explorer, I suppose. But only in America. That's the thing. Like, they would probably kill them to a degree. But it won't be too bad, because they can still make guitars and send them to America, and that will be... no, sorry, correction. They can't make the guitars and send them to America, but they can send them to the rest of the world, because copyright for those shapes, or sorry, trademark, is only for America. So, and then they'll just do the pointier shapes for America and the rest of the world. Surprising, they kept the ML. Actually, no, it's not surprising. They that's a different shape, but I'm surprised that Gibson didn't push for it to also be taken down. But that's really the only thing. It is a big hit to Dean. But it's not the only big hit to Dean, I suppose, because there's a bit of internal fighting. You know, let's that's something. Current lawsuit for alleged embezzlement. Now that's in Armadillo, which is the parent company of Dean Guitars. But yeah, it's not looking great at the moment anyway for Dean, but they might come back. It was strange, because I did my Dean video and I was doing it just based off that bit of information that I got from that one person who received those legal threats because the picture on Instagram. If you haven't seen my Dean video, you should go watch that. Pretty good video. They got absolutely zero media coverage. maybe something to do with the day that it went out. Guitar World had a sponsor deal with Dean. Don't know. Coincidences, you know. But that video went out a couple of weeks or a couple of days, I don't know, after Max Guitar, or Guitar Max, sorry, put out a video talking about how Dean were, I can't remember, a dumpster fire or something along those lines. I think that was in the thumbnail. Guitar Max Dean. I wonder if we could just get some of that. Yeah, here it is. Dean guitars on the road to ruin, and they have them in a bin. So that was a pretty big video, and there's all these videos about Dean. Most of them are from him. Hang on. Dean guitars comes crashing down. Dean guitars ignores court order. Oh yeah, they kept the V and Z on their website when they shouldn't have, and there was a Guitar World, or maybe it was guitar.com interview where they said this isn't going to stop us from making the V, and which, I mean, it might not in Europe, because Gibson don't have a trademark on the V in Europe. They lost that. But how many videos has he done on Dean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's done 5, so that's quite a few more than me. But let's take a look at chat. What's chat saying? How about the $5,000 Kerry King model? Oh yeah, that was, yeah, that's.
No, I don't eat donuts. You don't eat donuts?
Oh, thank you for the donation.
Villutom donated $2.03. When watching your short scale video you mentioned that options for short scales are small. I play short scales because of my disability which locks my elbow at a 90-degree angle. You wouldn't believe how non-existent the market.
Cut off the donation. Oh, the market for left-handed short scale. Oh yeah, left-handed? Ooh, that would be something else, actually. That would be very difficult to find. Yeah, the market for short scale guitars is incredibly small because they're kind of marketed towards kids, even though they don't have to be, because, you know, they're an instrument, they're fun. But yeah, thank you for the donation there, and that's very difficult to see if you could get left-handed short scales. I just can't imagine that the market is there for it. Like, I know when guitar companies are placing orders with factories, most of the factories, you know, there's really, what, 3, 4 big ones that most companies use, and the prices that they have to pay to make a sizable order, you know, it's not cheap. So they have to have a certain amount of left-handed sales ready, and I can't imagine that there's a huge amount of left-handed people ready to buy short-scale guitars, because there's not a huge amount of right-handed people ready to buy short-scale guitars. So you might have to look into going something custom, or even you could Jimi Hendrix it with a standard short scale, change the nut, and it would be a little bit uncomfortable, but you could modify it, like just sand down the edge, and you could get away with it. A few modifications. And chat's helping out. Chat's nice. Oh, nice community. Feeling good about that. How many Joe Bonamassa gnomes and cans were sold once KDH featured them? You should get a cut. Let's just take a look at Joe's website, because I haven't ever since I did that video. I've got the Bonamassa blues. Let's take a look. The online store, and I will remember to screen share this time. Woo! let's see if I can actually size it up a little bit better than it currently is. Not really. Damn it. Yeah, okay. That'll do. What's Joe trying to sell us today? Featured gallery. Lithographs. Gear. Let's go gear. What are you going to sell us, Joe? Joe Bonamassa overdrive. We got the picks. We got Joe Bonamassa slides. We got straps. We got fuzz faces. More pedals. Leather straps. We got the Bonamassa string changing kit. We got the Bonamassa cables. Everything Bonamassa. I thought he had guitars. We got Bonamassa pickups. We've got Bonamassa more. Like, that's not even Bonamassa. That's just a MXR chorus. We've got Bonamassa perspex. It's such a weird thing. Let's just go accessories. See what Joe's got. He's got. You know what? There is so much that I don't even know where to go. Let's go garden stuff. Is there home and office, right? That's where we found the best stuff. We got the Bonamassa blues, microfiber cloth, salt and pepper shakers. We got a letter opener / dagger. When you need to vanquish any foes of the blues. Chopping board, cutting board, like an ES3. I wonder though, does Gibson get a cut off this stuff? Because he's clearly. Oh, hang on! I've just clicked past the gnome on a discount too. Oh, it's the Bonamassa gnome. Well done, Joe. We got the cuddle up at night to your Bonamassa plush teddy. The Bonamassa watering can also on a discount. Can you believe no one's buying them? What they should be sold out. Oh, the Bonamassa back scratcher. Wow, I regret not getting that, because that would be such a. You know, it's a big joke, but I use the watering can. It's actually quite good. It's quite good quality. I'm surprised. $50 shipping though, bit much, but actually a good can. I will give them that. What is this person's thing with accents? Can I do a Kerry accent? No, because I'm not from Kerry. Let's see. I can do a Kerry King accent. Or that's Kerry King solo. Please don't clip that. Chop authentic. Oh, that's the puns and everything from chat today have been absolutely phenomenal. We've ascended. Now I do actually, speaking of merch, right? We slagged off Bonamassa's merch, and it wouldn't be right of me to not laugh at some of Gibson's. Not because it's, well, I don't think it's weird, not since last time. See, they're trying to become a lifestyle brand. They're trying to do the Harley Davidson thing. But the thing is, Harley Davidson became the lifestyle brand based off the stuff that the bikers needed. I.e., they were buying the leather jackets, so they didn't lose skin if they fell off the bikes. They were buying the big boots and everything. So Harley Davidson became the lifestyle brand because the users of the actual motorcycles required the stuff. Most guitar players don't need a Gibson t-shirt or a Gibson hat, and they've been doing it half-assed as far as I can see to do it. What they're let's take a look at some Gibson stuff, and then we'll lifestyle. So let's go for home and office to start with, just for fun. We've got the Gibson clock for $150. That's an absolute bargain. Wow. 150 quid. A Les Paul holiday ornament. Hang that up on your Christmas tree. $25. What a bargain. A vintage lighted sign. That doesn't sound right. Now I know I can't read, but vintage lighted sign doesn't sound grammatically correct. Anyway, it's 250 quid, so it doesn't even matter if it is grammatically correct. Whoa, it's expensive. That's for your man cave, I think. Gibson LED sign, $200. Gibson custom LED sign, $200. We got a Gibson mug, $20. Oh, sorry, no, correction. Gibson custom mug is $20. The Gibson classic mug is $10. It's double the price for it to say custom. It's literally Gibson. 15 for a white original mug. 15 for Gibson gold mug. Yes, the custom shop is the custom shop mug is the most expensive. And if you buy this, you are a custom shop mug. Holy I'm gonna censor myself. Very expensive stools. Very expensive stools as well, but I'm sure they'd, at least be comfy. Gibson, what even is this? I don't even know what those are. Are those flags? It doesn't really matter. Let's go to lifestyle accessories. We've got the Gibson logo patches for your Mark Agnesi denim jacket. Gibson phone case, $60 for the phone case, but it is actually kind of cool that it's inlaid. I will say that it is cool. Bit expensive. Probably doesn't provide a huge amount of protection over more protective cases, but yeah, it looks cool. It would be even better if it had a hair in it too. Let me just check chat. Their chat is not having a great time with the Gibson prices. The clocks are kind of cool. They're very expensive though. The Fender Fedora though, now that's Fender Fedora. That's a classic. I gave that away to someone. I ran the competition, gave it away on Instagram, but kind of missed the Fender Fedora. I'm not buying another one. I don't miss it that much, but how small are the signs? Oh, that's something I never thought of. Yeah, they're probably tiny. KDH, if a standard custom shop was lighter, like around £7, would it still go down in price or go up? Oh, go up, because that's a modern feature and you have to charge more for that. Yeah, the old CEO of Gibson, or not the old CEO, the new CEO of Gibson, used to run Levi's, so they're going lifestyle brand, but they're not doing it right, and I'm going to show you why I don't think so anyway. Let's see. And the worst thing is they're priced so high that I can't even do a video making fun of it, That's the real kicker, because I'd absolutely love to do some joke reviews of Gibson merch, but I'd go bankrupt just like they do. It would be very apt, but let's take a look here at what they're trying to do. So the lifestyle apparel. Now, maybe I'm old school, but the hoodies, they're quite expensive. Like a Gibson custom for $65 for just, a standard hoodie. That seems a little steep, I'm used to things like when this is just a zip up jacket here for $249. I'm sure it's decent. Well, actually no, I'm not sure it's decent quality. It is a Gibson. Boom boom, that's a funny joke. No, I'm sure it's absolutely fine quality, but $250 for the jacket is a little little expensive. This is just a shirt. It's just a shirt, but it's a Gibson shirt. So it's it's $200. $200 for a Gibson shirt. What are you doing? Then they do this. They're partnering with these. Well, like, okay, they're designer brands. That's why they're expensive. They're trying to do this upmarket, upscale thing. The H-Bar-C, I've never heard of it, but those are the $200 shirts. Imogen plus Willie, they're charging $68 for a t-shirt. It's a plain black screen print t-shirt. Plain black, one color screen print t-shirt for $68. That's that's $70 plus shipping is basically what we're looking at here. A Gibson hat is $42. Like, my point is, I've been making fun of Joe Bonamassa, which is fair enough, because some of his stuff is funny, you know, like the 20 different snow globes that he's got with him inside. Those are funny, but he's not charging these prices. Okay. Remember I said expensive hoodies. This right here, look at it. It is a Gibson hoodie. It is just it's a standard hoodie with Gibson right here. That is it. Oh no, sorry, right here. No, peep the KDH 36 sub merch, by the way. Just, you know, only a few got this. Respect to those people. But tiny little logo. How much would you charge for that? $60. $60 for a hoodie with this much print. Nothing. Would you like a baseball t-shirt for $68? You know? What's chat saying about this stuff? Oh, yeah. Not pleased with the Gibson prices on this on this merch. Let's see. Does the shirt come with a hair pre-stuck in it? Yes. That's the Gibson price. You know, it's the Gibson promise. Is it Murphy aged? Oh. But like, that's just that is just a t-shirt for $68. It's just a t-shirt. 70 quid. The hoodie. Oh, it's got a back print, so that's good. 150 quid though. Hang on. This hoodie has got some ribbing on the shoulders and sides, so that makes it 170. Gibson boyfriend t-shirt. What is a boyfriend tee? Can someone please explain in the chat what a boyfriend tee is, and why it can you then explain why it costs 68 quid? No. It's the kids hoodie for 96. It's tiny. They're gonna grow out of it. There's a flying V on the back. It's 100 quid. What are you doing? Is there KDH merch? I'd like a KDH watering can. Oh, have to work on that. I'll get Joe to tell me who his supplier is. Let's see. Did you ever purchase a Fame guitar? No. I just did that one quick video, having a look at it. It's a boyfriend t-shirt because it's cut off. Oh, so you're getting less of it for more money. That's cool. KDH, you're just poor. Well, I would be poor if I was buying Gibson t-shirts. 100 quid a t-shirt, you know? That's a little pricey. no kid on earth is ever going to wear that for more than a year. No, they're not. The tank top is $50. Oh, we've got the little shredder baby onesie, $44. We got some kids little shredders for for $64. See, I would wear those ironically, but I know they would like come to my knees. So, oh, the Slash merch. $40 t-shirt, $80 for the hoodie. Well, at least Slash is getting a cut, but like that's at least his t-shirts aren't 50, or sorry, 68, 70. So, you know, at least it's somewhat understandable. It's still expensive, but it's a little. Hang on. No. This is. I forgot to screen share again. There we are. Look at this. That's a Gibson product. That is a white jumper with one thing. It's 55 quid. That's what you're paying the premium for. That's it. Oh, and that's the white one. Sorry, if you wanted it to be black, it would be $75. So yeah. I don't think I'm gonna buy any Gibson merch. I'm afraid there's not going to be a Gibson merch video. I'm just broke. I can't afford that. Does it hold a guitar pick? Probably. I can't say it would hold it particularly well, because, you know, if it's there, you're going to be moving. It might fall out, but it's Gibson's strategy to become a lifestyle brand. If we charge premium books, then we won't be bankrupt anymore. It makes sense. The problem is that Gibson's target audience, they're buying guitars. If you gave a guitar player $150, or what was the shirt? It was like $200. Right. If you give any guitar player $200 and you said you can buy a pedal or a shirt that says Gibson on it, which one are they going to buy? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out, yet somehow Gibson think they're going to buy the shirt. That's their audience, guitar players. And as much as they might try and change that, it's not going to change. It's just not. Unless they go all in. And they haven't gone all in yet. What they need to do, if they want this to take off, is do a Supreme. Just go all in with their really expensive t-shirts, no one's buying them. But if they pump the cash into big TikTokers and you know, Kardashians of some form, to wear those shirts and get pictured in paparazzis for all that stuff, then all of a sudden all the teenage girl fans of whatever Kardashian or TikToker will then start to wear or want to wear Gibson t-shirts, and then they can license that out. They maybe won't buy the $100 t-shirts or whatever, but Gibson could license out the Gibson name to be on t-shirts. They could license out things like the V and Explorer shape to be on t-shirts, because that was it was a bit that a lot of people glossed over, but that was written in the lawsuit initially against Dean from Gibson's side. They said that one of the reasons that they were suing was that it was affecting certain licensing and deals for other accessories and apparel. So you could probably do the whole Gibson lifestyle thing if they went all in, went super Hollywood, paid a hatful of cash to whatever influencer, fashion blog, whatever, to wear the what was it, $75 tiny little Gibson pick thing and get pictured with it. Because if you recall, wasn't it like Kardashians were wearing Slayer merch and Metallica merch, and then all of a sudden Metallica did a big licensing deal to H&M, and they did a Pennies here or Primark in the UK or whatever, and all the Metallica t-shirts were out there. You can absolutely buy a Nirvana t-shirt, and it's a licensed one pretty much anywhere. So Gibson could actually absolutely do the same, but they'd have to pay to do it, and that's the only way this Gibson lifestyle thing will work. You're welcome, Gibson. You can just pay me a bit of that money for my consultancy fee on how to run your business, not into the ground this time. Gibson, just make good guitars. Just make good guitars. I'd actually like to see the Les Paul Access, or the Rhino. Let's see if I can get it. Les Paul Rhino. Trogley did a video about it. Let's see if we have pictures, because it's not really right. This is a Les Paul Rhino. There's your screen share. I didn't forget, I was just getting it on the screen. I'm a professional streamer now. This is a Les Paul Rhino, and what makes it the Rhino is that it's grey. It's got this access cutaway, and it's got a volute. It's got this thing here so that your headstock, if it gets a little bang, a little knock, doesn't snap off. Isn't that something? Now this came in a satin finish, and it came in a gloss. This one sold for $2,000, but for new on the Gibson website, I believe it was something like there's the gloss version. Looks very cool. I think so anyway. But new, it's you know, there's one new. It's 4,200. That's a little expensive, right? Because it's a custom shop Gibson. Okay, so you have to be really sure that you want it. Now, the Les Paul Modern from Epiphone, $499 used there, but new 600 and something, 700 here for the figured one. Let's see if we can get the new standard. Yeah, okay. So brand new Les Paul Modern, 2,800. It's considerably cheaper than the 4,200. They could have absolutely done the volute. They could have absolutely done the proper access cutaway and not the slightly blockier one. But they didn't. If they made a standard Les Paul Modern with the Rhino specs, I would absolutely buy it. It would be my only Gibson that I would get, but I would do it. I'm waiting. Let's see. What is chat saying? Oh, we're talking about Kardashians now. I didn't mean to make the topic Kardashians. My apologies. I thought Henry J undoing was losing a ton trying to create the lifestyle branding. Henry J had good ideas. It's just that he never got to fulfill them. One of the things that he had, there's an interview, he said that he wanted to make Gibson the Nike of... He wanted to make Gibson the new Nike. And he had a plan, and it was actually a pretty good one. It was somewhat close to what I was talking about, though it was a few years ago, so it's slightly off. Modern, anyway. He had the plan to open up the Gibson Lifestyle Showroom in West Hollywood. Now, West Hollywood is the influencer part of Hollywood. It's the Rodeo Drive. So you go and you see your Prada and your Chanel and all those designer brands. And he was going to open up a Gibson showroom around there. And that would have worked really well. Because also, the Supreme store, you know, the hype beasts who buy a brick with Supreme written on it for like $100. That's a thing. Hang on, I will screen share. I will. 1 second. The Supreme brick. People bought it. 2016. People bought the Supreme brick. So that was the thing. Because it was, where was the shop? It was based Rodeo Drive. Henry J had the idea and he had the opportunity to open up a showroom on Rodeo Drive. He was going to do the Marshall, what Marshall are doing now. Marshall are doing it as well, but more successfully. They're like, what was the newest Marshall amp? The Origin? That was 2019, was it? And it's I'm not including the mini versions of the JCM 800, the Jubilee. Those ones, it's the same amp, just smaller. But Marshall haven't really innovated with amplifiers for a while, decent amount of time, but they don't need to because they're selling a boatload of Bluetooth speakers. That's their thing now. Marshall fridges and Bluetooth speakers and headphones. And part of that is influencer based. And Henry J, what did he do? He bought, or Gibson bought, was it Philips Audio? So that Gibson could have done Bluetooth speakers as well. It would have worked. You know, I can see it would probably cost $1 million, but I can see a Kylie Jenner Instagram post where she's wearing a Gibson t-shirt that has a Gibson speaker. That's all they'd need. Instant sales. They'd claw back that $1 million over time. From that post. He had, but that showroom idea that he had was just an idea. He bought Philips Audio. He was going to do the showroom in West Hollywood, and then he was ousted from Gibson. Well, kind of ousted from Gibson. He ended up being an advisor, signing like a deal for a 5-year advisory thing. So, which I kind of found funny because it was Gibson, like themselves, were like, yeah, that's the old stuff. We're not going to be like that, but we're going to pay this guy to advise us. I don't know. But, yeah, Henry could have done it. Now, Gibson have since... Here's the funny thing. Like I said, Gibson are kind of half-assing it. If I go onto the Gibson site... let's see here. Gibson Garage, I think, or Garage is what it's called. Welcome to the Gibson Garage. I'm gonna screen share. Here we are. Okay. So this is the showroom that they did eventually open up. You can have the ultimate event experience. My next event at the Gibson... Oh, wow. Can we have a KDH subscriber meetup at the Gibson facility? I want to do the 3D tour. Where's the 3D tour? Because I remember it was here. Nope. I want to find it. I don't know where it is now. Oh, let me... I don't know why. Oh, here. Okay. Found it. It used to be a lot easier to navigate. I did. So this is a Gibson Garage. It's an American phrasing. It doesn't sound right when I said Gibson Garage, but that's my pronunciation of it. So you got guitars here, right? You'd think it's a guitar showroom. Kind of. What kind of I find to be a little bit weird is that you've got kind of one of everything, but you can't like do a 360 here, and you can't not spot merch. Okay, which you would expect. Oh, but what's weird is, like, they've got this big thing in the middle of the room here, this glass case, and it's like Gibson history, and it's like old mandolins that were made by Orville, and they've got a stage here for people who play. But if you are a YouTuber, for example, and I've seen it, if you're a YouTuber, you can go into the I mean, I haven't personally seen it, there's no way they'd let me in, but I've seen it on YouTube, people going in and filming, and then, oh, you're a YouTuber, come here, and you get to walk like back in behind the stage area here, and there's this big vault, and that's where a 59 Les Paul and a 58 Les Paul and all that, and it's kind of weird that this is the showroom and this is the big Gibson thing, but they don't show that to anyone that isn't of some pedigree, is that the right word? Anyway, what if you're a general member of the general public, there's a few guitars that you can possibly see, the rest are completely out of reach. But what isn't out of reach is t-shirts. There's the boyfriend tee, there's the little shredder merch. What was that like? It was like $90 for that hoodie. It's tiny. You head over here, more, there's a little shredder over here. Merch. Oh, hang on. Was that our... I just nearly headbutted another Gibson stand of merch. That was... Are those Gibson license plates or Gibson... Are those the Gibson lights? They are the Gibson lights. So to the person who was asking, that's how big the Gibson lights are. This is basically just a clothes shop with some guitar decorations, as far as I can see. Everywhere you go, realistically, these are the guitars that you might be able to play. Merch. Oh, they allow you to play the Epiphones, so that's okay. Merch. There's some Kramers in the back there, I think. Can we make it in? Merch. You can't not get the merch. So that's my Gibson tour. It's a merch shop, but they put it in the wrong location. They did it in Nashville. They should have done it in West Hollywood. Henry J was right. Imagine that. Now, he wasn't right on the robot guitars, he wasn't right on the Firebird X, but he was right with the idea of, if you're going to make Gibson a lifestyle brand, there's one way to do it, and currently Gibson are not doing it the Beato room. That's one thing. Have you noticed? Beato had a signature Les Paul announced. Let's see. Or no, it wasn't a. It was a LP Junior. And it was announced in. Look at this. It was announced in 2021, April 2021. It was supposedly in production, or on the assembly line. But oh my god, Guitar World, would you stop with the ads? I haven't seen anything since, which it's surprising it's taking that long. Maybe there's some revisions or something. but it's taken a while. None of it is intended for a guitar player with the Gibson merch. Yeah, exactly. It's intended to be the lifestyle thing. It's strange that they did it in Nashville though. LP special. Okay, there's more air in that shop than, well, yeah, the shop was quite empty actually when you look at it like that. But it's a wide angle thing, and that can make things look small. It might be a bit different when you've got a large crowd, and it's a bit like more of a tourist destination, so there probably would be some form of a crowd. I think that's the intention anyway, to be touristy. So there'd be some form of crowd there, and when you have that in, you don't want it to be too claustrophobic, especially if there's guitars. Is he reading chat? Yes, I am. It's getting spicy. Oh, is it getting spicy? Beata model is coming September 13th. 3 days away. I'll hold it to you. The delay is because Beata is still working on the video about millennials and Gen Z ruining guitar music or something. Oh no, it's a video about copyright. Can't you build your own guitar there? You pick the wood and neck and color. Yes, you can go in and you can say I'd like the Murphy Lab stuff, I think, but it's not, it's, well, knowing Gibson, none of it's cheap, but it's very I think it's like the $7,000 ones or something like that. It's the high end ones that you can do that for. But it is a thing. I think it's just really, you can pick your top, you can pick your fretboard. I think Fender offered something like that a while ago. I don't know if they still do it, but it didn't have to be $7,000. It was a little bit more Fender American series type thing. You can pick your body, you can pick your neck, you can pick your pick guard, and that was kind of cool. In that sense.
No, I don't eat donuts.
He doesn't eat donuts.
Love your stuff, man. Eagerly awaiting your collab with Six String.
No, I don't eat donuts. Don't eat donuts.
Thank you, Cliff, for the €1 super chat. Greatly appreciated. And Jaden, yes, I need to. It's kind of waiting on me. The Six String collab. It's a video that's not fully scripted yet, and I have to send some of the script to Six String, and he's gonna do some of it, and then we're gonna combine forces and talk about something. Ooh, but that one's, there's videos to do before that one. Donut, we got 2 donuts. How many donuts did we get this stream, chat? I do eat donuts. You know, the thing is, I love donuts. Donuts taste great. Krispy Kreme. Absolutely fantastic. The current CEO of Gibson moved from Keen Footwear to Levi's. Can be considered as a step up, and then to Gibson, a step down, question mark. I guess he'll be moving on soon. I doubt it. But the thing is, I wonder just how much did that cost Gibson? Because that he was doing well at Levi's. So it must have, kind of like a sports team, like a transfer of player. It must have been quite an investment to get him in and replace Henry J. But then again, Gibson is owned by very large investment firm called KKR and Co. And it's they've got the capital. They took over Gibson. They bought out everyone else really, and took over Gibson, which I don't really know why you would want to. They're in it for profit though. They're in it to please their shareholders, and the only way that they can do that is with Gibson turning a profit. Gibson's biggest competitor is not Dean. It's not anyone making a V or an Explorer copy or a Les Paul copy for that matter. Gibson's biggest competitor is Gibson. Because think about it, like we went on Reverb earlier this stream. We looked up R8s. Now if I wanted a Gibson R8, a 1958 reissue immediately, like it's an old guitar, right? But I could get a 1958 Les Paul reissue made in 1998. I could get one made in 2008. I could get one made this year. And have the specs changed? No, of course not, because they're reissue. Like it's the same guitar. So what makes me buy one new from Gibson this year when I can get one secondhand in good condition for significantly less money that came out a few years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Same guitar, made the same way, to look the same. Every SG, it's hilarious because Ted McCarty was the inventor, not inventor, but designer of every Gibson guitar shape that is on Gibson's website right now was designed by Ted McCarty. They even went and made the Theodore, which was, hang on, I have to get this up on screen because it's so ugly. Right. Yeah. Okay. They went and made this guitar here. So that's the Gibson. That's the drawing that Ted McCarty did, and then never made it. Didn't use it. Said, nah, we'll just throw that one away. We don't need to make that. Let's make an SG, a better looking guitar maybe, better specs, whatever. And then Gibson, because they're too afraid to break from tradition, they're too afraid to do something new, the only time that they do something new is, well, Ted McCarty designed it. He's every guitar shape on Gibson's website right now has been designed by Ted McCarty, bar like the acoustic section. It's kind of sad in a way that they are, like, Ted died in, was it the 90s or was it like early 2000? He's been gone for a while, and Gibson haven't let go. Now they're a massive company. They could hire somebody, and as I pointed out, they're capable of making a guitar that would fit the modern player. Like they have the Les Paul Modern, but it's a dumbed down spec from the Les Paul Rhino. They could make a Les Paul Rhino in the standard factory, not custom shop, price it to a standard Gibson price, and they'd sell a bunch to the people who want a modern Les Paul, and it's never been done before. They're not competing with the R8s from 1998 and the Les Paul standard that's been made since when was the Les Paul reintroduced? 1960 something? I can't remember the dates. 1963 or something? No, I'm an idiot. 1960 was the last year of the Les Paul, and then 1966, 7. So I can't remember. Someone in chat will know. But a Les Paul standard from then is competing with the Les Paul from standard from now. The frets are the same. They don't do stainless steel frets. The everything else is the same. The finishes are mainly the same. They'll only do adventurous finishes on certain guitars. If you want a Sunburst Les Paul, I can go on Reverb right now and I can get one. It's It's a shame. Because they could be good. Are we talking about Tim Hortons coffee in the chat now? Why is that? Why is that the topic? Do they still make the Kramer? They make Kramers, and they have coffee stick. Coffee stick? Why am I reading? Am I mixing the chat up? Hockey stick, headstocks. But that's an Explorer headstock. The I forgot to screen share. That's an Explorer headstock, the Theodore. But I will compare Kramer Beretta. Kramer Beretta, it's somewhat similar. Fairly similar, but slightly different. I think the reverse banana headstock is kind of cooler. Some people hate reverse headstocks. I love them because they're more ergonomic to me. Because you don't have to move your hand. You just go and shoot. There's no flip. Your wrist is always that way. Let's see what chat's saying. Any new topics that you would like to talk about? There are 152 of you watching. Someone's going to think of something interesting. Come on. Don't let me down here. See, if someone mentioned Fender. Yeah. Fender seemed to be doing better than Gibson. But didn't they lay off 60 staff? Now, I don't know if those layoffs will be because Fender aren't doing well. Because they claim to be doing really well. But I don't trust a single Fender press release, and there will be a video about that. Why? Because you shouldn't trust what Fender say. You just shouldn't. But Fender claimed to be doing really well, and now they've laid off 60 staff, I think it is. Now, this might be because they're just going to expand the Mexican line of guitars, expand that factory. Or they're going to... I don't think Fender are going to move to China. Do you know what would be interesting to see? Right? Fender have done it and done it successfully. Why don't Gibson do a Mexican line of Gibson guitars? Gibson, Les Paul standards, Mexican made. It would be just like a Mexican made Strat. It would be the same. It would have the same logo on the headstock, but it would say made in Mexico. And it would be significantly cheaper. It would open up profits for Gibson 10 times the amount. There's so many things that Gibson could do. And they could do poly finishes on it. They don't have to do the nitro. There's your trade-off. In fact, I prefer a poly finish because you're less susceptible to weather changes and that. So it's not going to check. It's not going to melt if you put it in the wrong guitar hanger. So it's not something. That's the poly and nitro debate, which might be an interesting debate. But my answer is nitro isn't as good as poly. There's my stance. It's a hot take, but every guitar here, bar that one, the TriStar, is poly based. The TriStar has a nitro finish, and as you can see, maybe, kind of, the pickup is very white. The white bit of the guitar is not, because it's gone yellowy because of the whole... It just ages weird. Let's have a look. They lost the... Oh, Fender lost the trial. Oh, yeah, Fender lost the... Hang on, let's drag that up, because the headlines look funny. Fender lawsuit. Class action. I will share the screen. Fender hit by class action lawsuit alleging it overcharged millions of guitarists because they price fixed. Not the first time, I don't think. Or maybe I'm confusing it with... Like, Fender were fined. Lots of brands have been fined, actually. I think Music Store was involved in something like that as well. It was where they were told by a company, I can't remember, I think it was Yamaha. And it was, you're not allowed to have a sale, you have to have it at this price or whatever it is. It's price fixing, it's not exactly a legal thing to do. And you can get fined for it. And if you get fined for it, then it's, well, you're kind of caught red-handed, which means that if you paid those prices, you could, if you find a Saul Goodman, get money back from a lawsuit or class action lawsuit. Do you know you have rights? Constitution says you do. Good old Saul. Let's see. Oh, the Fender Japanese guitars are actually really cool. Gibson and Marshall both need entry-level decent workhorses. I think Marshall's idea of the entry-level-ish amp that was still absolutely giggable and will work was be the Origin series, because it looked classic. Let's see. Thoughts about the pricing on the new Jackson USA models? Oh, spicy. You want the spice? Okay, I can give you the spice. Jackson USA, right? I've ended up in a place in Mississippi from just typing that in. Hang on. Okay. Immediately, it looks cool. American Series Soloist. Nice color. I like it. You've got the stainless steel bits on the Floyd Rose. I like it. Schecter were doing that for years, but I like it. Seymour Duncan's. I like it. You've got the fin inlays. Cool. It's a Soloist. It's got that nice neck through. Cool. You got the brushed aluminium back plates. That's cool. That's the best bit of any guitar ever with a Floyd, is having the Allen keys on the back of the headstock. Cool. Fantastic. It's got some nice colors. You've got the blue. You've got the green. You've got the white. You've got the black. Nice colors. Nothing wrong there. And what happened is there is this trend, and it's kind of annoying, where YouTubers will make videos where it's just looking at a website and just going, wow, guys, I really like that color. It's literally what I just did there, but with far too much enthusiasm. But they'll do that. Oh, that's a great color, and that'll be the video. Basically, anybody can do that if they've got the internet. You can visit the site yourself. Now, when you can provide something a little bit different when you point out things that other people don't. Six String TV actually did this with his Jackson video. It's this bit. The Floyd Rose 1500 series double locking tremolo bridge system. This guitar is it's near $3,000. You have to go to a dealer to find it. But it's very expensive. It's like $2,700, something like that. It's expensive guitar. That's a Korean-made Floyd Rose, okay? It's not a bad Floyd Rose. But how much do you want me to pay you to get the original Floyd Rose? Like, we're talking, they're cutting a corner here that isn't a particularly big corner. Like, the price difference between a 1500 series Floyd Rose and a actual Floyd Rose isn't a huge amount, especially when you're buying in bulk like Jackson would be doing. We're talking about a top of the line guitar, at least price wise. Huge money for like You can buy a car for that, and then some. You can do things with this money. It doesn't have to be buy a guitar. So it's very much a luxury product and a luxury purchase. Why cheap out? Like, how much do you want me to pay for it to come with an actual Floyd Rose? That's ridiculous. It is. It reminds me of when Fender did the same thing, or roughly the same thing, testing it out, except arguably worse. They came out with the limited edition. I will find it 1 second. Fender Heavy Metal Strat. Right. I will screen share. Right, it was these. They were cool because if you like Greg Howe, you would immediately notice that guitar, right? Now, look at the price. This is from Guitar Center. It's $1,200. Not a cheap guitar. Again, you know, that's you'd expect something good there. That's not nothing. Contrary to people on YouTube comment sections, when you find like hairs in your guitar, that's an overused thing. But when you find like actual quality problems that's not cheap, you know? You'd expect it to be good. But that guitar there came with a Floyd Rose Special. That's the cheapest Floyd Rose that you can get. $1,200? Again, you could bump that up to the Korean one. The 1500 series or the 1000 series or whatever. But for Jackson to be doing the $3,000 guitar, let's call it that, it's near enough $3,000, and to have not the real Floyd Rose is laughable. And it comes in a gig bag as well. I actually like a gig bag, but some people don't. Maybe an option, but $2,600, that's a lot of money. Let's see. I'm gonna read chat. I wish it came with some cool graphics.
No, I don't eat donuts. Don't eat donuts?
Thank you, Villatom,
Villatom
again.
donated $2.03. Have you listened to the new Megadeth album? If yes, what do you think?
I haven't listened to the new Megadeth album. When did it come out? Like I've got a video that's featuring something to do with Megadeth, and that'll be coming out probably like Wednesday. But it's not about the music per se. But no, I haven't listened to the album, and thank you for the dono. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Floyds are not for the faint of heart. Yeah, I don't like Floyds. Kahlers are my preferred trem, but they are very expensive, and they stopped the production of the Kahler X trem in China, so they're all made in the US, which is good and all. You know, they can maintain a very high quality on the products, but it's expensive. So, you know, your trade-off there. But yeah, the 1500 trem for that guitar is ridiculous. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're always like the Phil Collins Jacksons. Well, do you know what I wish? Phil Collins Jacksons, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a dinky. Jackson PC1. So here, screen share. That's a Jackson PC1. It's a dinky with a Floyd Rose and a sustainer. I wish they'd bring back or even just offer a Phil Collins signature that isn't the Jackson Custom Shop, because that's all that's available and all It's they used to have one. It was an older version and it was cheaper, but I don't think it came with the sustainer. I mixed up Sustainiac and sustainer, but the Sustainiac pickup that comes in it. I have the Dinky, what is it? Dinky 2 DK2S, which is the sustainer kind of. It's the budget Phil Collen, which isn't Phil Collen, and we'll probably do a restring Sunday about it. I did a swap of the Floyd Rose for that, and kind of half blocked it as well, but it's kind of a cool guitar. Anyway, Jackson could do a lot better. You could. And shout out to Six String TV again. He's got a future as a guitar YouTuber. He's quite good. And I wouldn't have really cared about the Jackson thing realistically, because what's funny about it, here's the funny part, okay? I'm going to just go onto Jackson's website. And I'm going to show you, this is all stuff courtesy of Six String TV, that we could go for. I should probably screen share. We forgot to screen share. Here it is. So, concept series. That's something. Is this? Yeah, there's a one with a Floyd. So this is a Jackson Soloist. It is a neck through. It's pretty close to the same specs as the other one. It comes with a Floyd Rose original, right there. Let's see, just how much does this cost? I wonder. $1,700. Now it's made in Korea, so that's the difference. But it's got the specs that I would expect from a USA made Jackson. That's quite expensive. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, that's the flaming hot take on Jackson currently. Let's see. I'm not a shredder in any way, shape or form, so it's tune-o-matic and stop bar for me. I really love the look and concept of the XGP solid brass hardware from Guitar Fetish. I did a build with Guitar Fetish stuff. That's the building a guitar with my mom video. Aren't Floyd Rose granddad rock now? Probably. Do you know, one thing that I'm going to do a video about, and it's Floyd Rose based, is the biggest Floyd Rose failure. That was the, let's see if anyone remembers this. Are you granddad rock boys and girls, I think, who are watching? Floyd Rose. Here we are. The Floyd Rose Speedloader. Does anyone remember the horror stories? The design? The headstocks that required no tuners, headless before their time? The you're not ready for this yet, but your kids are gonna love it concept. Oh, there's an Ed Roman. That was a video and a half. The Floyd Rose Speedloader. Chat, what are your thoughts? Headless with a headstock. Yes. See, the double balled strings. Someone knows it. Someone knows what I'm talking about. It was Floyd Rose's biggest mistake. Total flop. And it left approximately 10,000 people with guitars that were entirely useless. So kind of a bit of a mistake there, Floyd. Little teensy weensy oopsie doopsie. Now, it wasn't entirely their fault. There was a lawsuit that kind of messed them up for a while, but they still have some blame, and they just kind of went dark after, I think, 2015 about it. So will the stream be left to rewatch later? Some of it will. Yeah, it'll be left for a few days. I delete the streams after a while. But I never want to see that again. I'm going to show you just because. Hang on, let's go on the Ed Roman site. Will it load? Maybe it won't load. I don't know why it won't. What the hell? Alright, there's an Ed Roman. Okay, it won't let me in. Floyd Rose Speedloader on the Ed Roman site. Okay. These were guitars that didn't require headstocks, so you could make them headless. But the Floyd Rose's guitars themselves came with headstocks to give the aesthetic of a headstock, but it didn't require one. That's all I will say, because I need to do the video about it. But that's the you've been blacklisted. No, I don't think it's that far. But yeah, the Floyd Rose Speedloader thing. I only knew one guy who had a guitar, and let's put it this way, I remember asking him about it. He bought a stockpile of strings for the guitar, and once he burns through those strings, that guitar is done. So I really would like to know if Ormsby will ever make basses. They did, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Hang on. Yeah. Screen share. Ormsby bass. They'll probably make another run when there's demand. Let's see. You know, it's worthy. Maybe I'll do another stream at a different time, because it's getting later and later now. But I will do a stream. I will do a stream on just looking at the Ed Roman site, because it is a trove of information. That's just kind of a bit unusual, not always factual. It's a bit strange, but it's kind of worthy of having a look, because it's, you know, entertaining to read through. David, do they still not sell double-balled strings? No, not the ones that fit the Floyd Rose Speedloader. So any guitar with the Floyd Rose Speedloader, you have to, if you want to make it work, you have to take the headstock, if it has a headstock. You have to install tuners onto the headstock. You then have to buy, and only buy, the Fender bullet strings that have the bullet on the end, and then you will have, then the guitar will function, but not as it's supposed to. That's the workaround. Some people have done that. Some people are still holding hope. I don't know why, because it's been abandoned. It's a dead project. Another stream, but will I switch screens? Now that's something to be decided. I might create a hotkey on the keyboard to where I can actually switch screens. But then I'll probably just forget anyway. Bit of a boomer moment. My apologies. My grandson will teach me how to use this thing. Right, I can name. Let's see, another stream. Yes, this streamy stream. Ed Roman's site was so much fun. Yes, I need to vet it, because if I recall correctly, there were occasionally some pictures that YouTube really wouldn't like to see on the site. And I don't want to get banned. So I'm going to have to vet it prior to going onto it. Hence why another stream. What impressed you the most on the fake Ernie Ball and Daddario strings? I don't think I was impressed. I think I think they were pretty good copies of the packaging to a degree. Like, if you didn't have one next to it, it would convince you. I think that's the impressive bit. But it's not good. Is your pick competition skill based? I don't really know. It's just kind of, I just want to see like a good riff. If you make me nod my head, you're in the running, you know. A good riff is perfectly acceptable. Ed Broman has yeah. He had some pictures. Let me see. We'll just do a quick. I'm not gonna see. This is an intentional not sharing the screen moment. Because I don't want to get there's you never know where it's gonna be. You know. It could be a little bit risky, and I don't want to be. I don't want to be banned. Let's see if I can find. Yeah. So. Right. I will share. I will share the screen. We are safe. So this is what we're looking at, and what we will be looking at. There are pages and pages of just blocks of text about rants about everything. This one's like specifically Gibson guitars. That's the Paul Stanley melted Les Paul. It's, I just hate how that looks. You left it in the sun too long. But yeah, we'll be looking at certain things that are around that guitar based stuff. We can see the reflection in your glasses. Yeah, well, I'm not going to get banned for a reflection in my glasses, though. Does it need to be original riffage? No, you can riff anything you want. Make me nod my head. Oh no, Pez lol. So I think that's pretty much the stream, unless anyone has any questions. We'll finish this one off with a quick fire round of questions. What are your questions? Ask away. I'd rather have a guitar finished in diarrhea than poly. We will have to agree to disagree on that one. A good poly. See, there's different types of poly. There's the bad poly and there's the good poly. The bad poly is the really cheap stuff. The good poly is the expensive stuff. You know, they put in some time. There's layers. They buff. They polish. It's all good. Depends on what quality it was. Can you summarize what we learned about Kickstarter guitars so I know what to look for? So I know what to do for my cheese-scented guitar campaign idea. Well, what you need to do is you need to have the voice for your campaign video. Yeah, so that'll absolutely make someone want to invest. How was your day? Just dandy. Check out Kiara guitars at your next convenience. Perhaps I will. Gibson, yes or no? That sounds weird. No. Do you ever see yourself buying an XPT 700? Have no idea what that is. Hang on, XPT 700. What are you making me Google? Oh, it's the Xiphos. The hang on, I need to change my window capture. One moment, please. It is not working anymore. Why is it not working anymore? I don't know why. But the window capture is not working anymore. It's the pointy Ibanez. The pointy Ibanez. No, probably not. Let's see. Favorite Dorje song. Oh, okay, all right. Where do babies come from? No idea. Have you ever played a good Hamer from the 80s or earlier? No, I've only played the like a Made in China Hamer. Glenn owns a Made in China Hamer with a Floyd Rose that licensed Floyd Rose that doesn't stay in tune, so he doesn't play it. But he has it. What do you think of rectangles? As long as they're just a black rectangle, every guitar player will like it. But I'm more of a rhombus man myself. Fretless Wonders. Anybody still making them? No, probably not. The trend is big frets. Is George Floyd Rose offensive or funny? Is George Floyd Rose... I have no idea what... I don't know who you're talking about. Would you rather have a Kickstarter Zero guitar or a Floyd Rose headless guitar? Oh, now we're really getting the good questions. I want the Kickstarter guitar because I know that would bang in a thumbnail. What's the chances a Warmoth Netflix fit my Chinese Strat copy? Yeah, I don't know. You need to measure. Measure before you buy would be my advice. Measure the neck pocket of the body that you're planning to put it in. And if it matches, it matches. If it doesn't... Project Magic of Sound sub fretboard. Oh, that was the fretboard that I wanted to look at for the Kickstarter thing. Maybe I can't. My screen share isn't working anymore, so I can't show. But we'll have a look. You have no bouzouki behind you. Why is this? Probably because have never seen one. Isn't it a Greek instrument? What do you think of what do you think of or know of small guitar builders? Don't go in on all hype. There's guitar small builders, and there's a history of it, who build up a lot of hype, generate a lot of talk online about them, will then open up the shop, take in loads of orders that they don't fulfill, and walk away. So be careful. That's what I would say. Just do your research, check the reviews of actual customers. So I have lost my place in the chat. Have you ever heard of Warehouse album? No, I have not. I just want to encourage you to play the Warwick fretless bass and keep up the good work. I like the fact that you're not caught up in glamour. What, do I not look glamorous to you? Shocking. Like that really hurts my feelings. But yes, the Warwick bass is very nice. Let's see. Do you have big plans for Walker? Well, we were actually just having some some Walker discussions earlier today. Any chance of Walker coming to Cork? I'd like for Walker to come to Cork. Where to play though? Let's see. Would you ever rock on one of those Bo Diddley shaped guitars? Those are those are rectangles, but they're not black rectangles, and that's not what guitar players like. Guitar players like a good, maybe even we'd settle for space gray rectangles. No, they look like the most uncomfortable guitars ever. Fender heavy metal Strat. Let's see. What do you think about Full Tone closing up shop? I don't really care either way. I've never really been a pedal guy. I like some pedals, but not pedal obsessed, but like some people are. Do you play Rocksmith? No, never tried it. Alright. I was wondering if you have any ambition to start a guitar company. Absolutely no. Never. View it like this, right? You could create a guitar company and you could get a lot of profit. So quite literally anybody can make a guitar company. Like, realistically, unless, well, like what would you make? You'd make some sort of variant on a Strat, probably. It would be the easiest thing to do. You'd then build up whatever, 25 grand, say, and do an order in a factory. You'd probably start off in China. You could get a lot of guitars there. You would put your name on the headstock. It would be some variation. You'd say, oh, this is a great guitar, whatever. That's the promotional side of it done. And then you've got a guitar company. That would be the easy way to do it. There are a lot harder ways to do it, a lot more work. You can do it the easy way, and it's a quick burn, and you'll probably make your money back and then some from it, but no one will buy any more. If you want to do it properly, you have to invest a lot more money in it. You have to put in some real design. You have to get the CAD work done. You have to make sure the quality control is right. You have to do all these shipping deals because you're going to be shipping worldwide. You have to what else do you have to do? You have to there's trademarks to either acquire or avoid infringing on. There's so much work to do it properly, and then something goes wrong. You're on the hook for it. What happened? Logistics, right? You've got guitars made in Korea. You have to, like, the factory's not going to do it for you. You have to somehow book a chartered freight, whatever. You have to get the crates. Sea, what do you do it sea or by air? Where is it going to land first? You're going to have to get QC done. What happens about shipping to places in America? What about distributors, distribution? What about retailers who are stocking the guitars? Are you going to go direct? Are you going to go retailer? There are so many things that go wrong that I just couldn't. No, not doing it. I would much rather take the signature guitar approach of here's a guitar with the specs and everything I'd like from it. And yeah, you're getting whatever 5%, if even, from every sale. It's not a huge amount, but it's not. You're not doing most of the work, you know. Yeah, no guitar company for me. Thank you very much. Do you think tubes and valves will go away? No, but they'll be used less and less. let's see here. Oh, what camera did you... Oh, okay, this is a cool question. What camera did you begin your YouTube life with? I'd love to enter the Great Guitar Build-Off next year, but lacking knowledge in an affordable camera and editing stuff. Okay, this is a cool question. Let's see if I've got an answer for you. Because you don't need to spend a huge amount of money at all on YouTube. This was the camera that I originally started using to do YouTube. This is a Canon 700D. This is a DSLR camera, and this isn't mine. I borrowed this from my dad. So there's a whole other option. You can borrow cameras from people. Because a lot of people buy cameras as hobbies and then don't use the cameras. That tends to be a thing. A lot of the time, people will buy like GoPros and they'll use it for 2 days out of a year and then put it in a drawer for the rest of its life. So just ask around to friends. Do you have a camera that you don't use, a video camera or whatever? And that's the first place if you're on a super tight budget. Now, if you've got a little bit of money to spend, here's my recommendation. This is the camera that I mainly use. This is a DJI Pocket 2. I'm going to turn it on. It's robotic. Now you can record in 4K if you'd like. I record in 2.7K and upscale to 4. But what it is it's a gimbal. So it's going to trace movements and it's going to move really smooth, and the audio is pretty good on it, and it can record in high resolution, and it's not a huge amount of money. I think I will quickly check. DJI Pocket 2. Sorry I can't screen share. I've got them here for €400, 333 euro. So dollars and euro are pretty similar at the moment. Anyway, I got the one with the microphone attachment, but that's what I use. Very good camera. Highly recommend it. Very small. I've seen a lot of YouTubers recently using it because it's very good. Let's see. Right, so I think that's everything. I think we're going to end the stream. It's been like a 3-hour stream, which is a long time. Maybe next week we'll do the Ed Roman stuff, and we'll do there's a few other things I'd like to look at on stream, because there's some things that you can do and you can talk about on stream, which is a lot more person to person. It's a lot more personal to interact with the viewers than you can do with a pre-recorded video. I can actually talk to you, I can actually answer questions, and we can react together at certain things. So make sure to check in on the Restring Sunday tomorrow. That'll be up. It's an interesting one. Drop a comment on it. That always helps with the algorithm. So thank you for everything, and I have to sign off with the standard YouTube sign off now. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Now I have to end stream. It's